I repeat, the Igbo factor. 50 years of this prestigious university, they discussed about the Igbo people. Some people will come out and say that the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable is because of the Sultanate in Sokoto. Now, why is it that at this point in time they are discussing about the Igbos? They are revisiting history, intergroup relations, the Igbo factor. Why is it that they are discussing? If you don't see the handwriting on the wall, you will just be there and be looking, and you see the train will leave you and you go. In today's political calculations, the Igbo man is the most discussed tribe in Nigeria. Everywhere you point at, everywhere you face, the Igbo man is being discussed. And there is a reason why. The Igbo man is an institution. The Igbo man is a vital part of any development in any African black society. Without the Igbo in any black society, there is a missing link. There's something that is missing in that society. And you know, Nigeria has been taking Igbo for granted over the years. They believe that, the North and West, they believe that they can trample on the Igbo man to have their way. They can have this unholy alliance so that they can make sure that they subjugate, they limit the Igbo man from achieving its potential. Look at what happened to P2B during the last elections. The people that mattered in democracy, not the voters, because the voters really voted for a particular candidate, but the people that mattered in democracy had to come together to make sure that an Igbo man does not have a place in Nigeria. That is my opinion and my perspective. If yours is different, I will respect that. You need to respect what I'm saying at this point in time. I'm trying to ask myself this question. Why is it that of all universities and of all times and for all days, 50th anniversary, would Usmanu Danfodio, University Sokoto, be discussing about the Igbos? It shows how important the Igbos are to Nigeria. The Igbos are the ones that has made Nigeria what it is today. If we were not in this unholy alliance, you see, we are the glue that has stuck Nigeria together. The Yoruba, the Southwest, they are showing their muzzle because of the Igbo man has made a resolution that he is going to stand indifferent. The reasons why the Fulanis are not going to be dealing with the Southwest, the reason why Tinubu will be showing his force, be showing gra-gra to the northern political elites, is because of the stand of the Igbo man. Because the Igbo man has given them that leverage to do anything they like to do. For the rest part of it, the Igbos have given up on Nigeria. They are tired of this country. They want out. You see, Igbo man, the Igbos are the ones that see tomorrow. That is why most of the leaders that has been elected, that has been fully supported by the Igbos, have been leaders that have done well in the history of Nigeria. While others, the gang up of the North and South, what they have produced, they produced a Buhari, they produced also a Tinubu, and look at where we are today. Look at the confusion. Look at all what have you. The last time they piloted Igbo must go protest in Lagos, they were testing the ground. Not really they wanted Igbo to go in the real sense of it, because I was born and bred in Lagos. I understand the demography. I understand the mindset of the people. The Yorubas want Igbos more than ever before in the Southwest. Much more than you think that they want Igbos to go. I interviewed the Yoruba man, and what the Yoruba man told me is that those that are clamoring Igbo must go, they are just political touts. They are people that are just saying it for likes or for saying sake or frustration, or they don't know what they are saying. The real actors, the real players in Nigeria don't want Igbo to go, irrespective of the fact that they are carrying out all kinds of atrocities on the Igbo nation. So Usmanu Danfodio University, looking at Igbo factor in the history of intergroup relations and commerce in Kano. So a Sokoto State University is looking at the impact of the Igbos in Kano. While in Lagos, some people are not like They are offended with the progress of the Igbos in Lagos. The Southwest are offended with the progress of a particular people, and they are doing all they can with legislation, with legal backing, to make sure that they clip the wings of Igbos. They will do it legally, and they will say it is the law of Lagos State. Look at what happened of recent. Now, Yoruba studies will be a prerequisite for you to get admission into secondary school. It is a calculated move to clip the wings of Igbos. And they don't know that whilst you are doing all this, you are doing it to your detriment. I'm not against you using your language, like promoting the culture and the language of a people in a state. But I'm against the fact that you are using that to spite others. You are using that because of an offense. You are offended. It wasn't in your initial plan that you have played out to the people. You are using that to malign a certain people, to spite people, and also limit them from having opportunities in your state. So it happened in Lagos State. So every discussion now is surrounded around Igbos. Some people on social media, if they don't mention the word Igbos, they will not have likes. They will not succeed. They will not sustain themselves with the monies that is being paid on social media. And this is the problem. The problem is that you do not allow Igbos to achieve their full potential. You do not allow Igbos to get same opportunities others are getting in the country. You connive together to subdue and suppress these guys and make sure that they are not part of the national cake as it is supposed. A Yoruba man once said, he said that keke, a tricycle, we have 3 tires. We have the Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba, the major tribes in Nigeria. If these 3 don't work together, Nigeria is not working today because of the Igbos have decided to take their hands off what is remaining of this. If I call it contraption, I might be using a different word. I might be using a mild word. I might be so easy on Nigeria. In fact, I would just say anything. Nigeria is just anything. Nigeria would not work without the Igbos. The North have certainly realized the importance of alliance with the Southeast, the Igbos. When I mean the Igbos, I mean the Southeast. Everything that has to do with the Southeast. The North has realized that it needs a collaboration with these ingenious people, these persons that when they want attributes of an Igbo man would not backstab you. An Igbo man will not backstab you. He's a true friend. If he's your friend, he's your true friend. If he loves you, he's going to support you to the later. He's somebody who is prone to telling you the truth, irrespective of whose ox is God, irrespective of who is affected. He wants your best interest by telling you the truth. An Igbo man is a hardworking and independent-minded man. That is why when we talk about democracy, it is the Igbos that have practiced democracy over the years. When you go to every nook and cranny of Nigeria, these guys are the main Nigerians, people that are like real Nigerians. Everywhere they are developing, they are contributing, they are expanding to the ends of Nigeria, Africa, and make sure they contribute their little quota. Of all these things I'm telling you, hardworking, independent. They are not intimidated. They are ambitious. Some people are afraid that they might colonize. Igbos are somewhat, they dominate. Anywhere they get to, they try to work hard as much as they are inspired by your success. If an Igbo man comes into an office, maybe we have a number of Hausa and Yoruba people in an office, and we have 3 Igbo men in that office. You will see that these guys will work hard to the extent that when you look at the top guys in that office, irrespective of the population, the numbers, the Igbos will be in the top tier because they are challenged. They pick up challenges. If you are succeeding as a person, and Igbo man sees you succeeding, he wants to be like you and even be much more than you. He's a competitive person. He's a competitive. He dreams, sleeps, he wakes up trying to be better at what he does. He is a restless person that wants to make sure that he makes something out of nothing. These are the qualities of the Igbo man. He has other disadvantage of himself that is not for this broadcast. So the North have seen that they really needed the Southeasterners. Looking at how resolute. You see, one thing about the Igbos that some other tribes don't understand is that when they have made up their mind, they made up their mind that they are not going to be part and parcel of anything. They have made up their mind. The last elections, people were asking, why is it that Igbos will not stay one place? You are supporting P2B, you are supporting Biafra. You see, the process of getting Biafra, it is going to mature at a point in time. But for the meantime, let's take advantage of what we can take advantage of. That's one of the reasons why people are here and there. Irrespective of what you think that they should do, they have a right to support the P2B to become president, so that they can have a feel of what it means to be the Nigeria they fought for. When you look at all the people that are fighting against Nigeria now that are Igbos or IPOB or Biafrans, Uwazurike was once somebody that supported Masob leader Uwazurike once supported one Nigeria. He had a lot of properties in Lagos. He was a lawyer, a successful lawyer. He had a lot of properties in Lagos. Ojukwu was one person that was in support of a one Nigeria. Until Nigeria happened to these people, until the North and South had to show their true colors. Nnamdi Kanu was a propagator of one Nigeria. There was a point in time that he was accused of being sponsored by the Buhari government, the way they are accusing Simon Ekpa of being sponsored by Tinubu. These guys have been, at one point in time, solicitors of one Nigeria. Because one Nigeria has happened to them negatively, that's why you see the switch. So the Igbo man is more of the person that unites the country, Nigerians. That's why you see an Usman Danfodio University will be discussing about Igbo factor in the history of intergroup relations and commerce in Kano. Because of the domineering spirit of the Igbos, which means no harm. That is why some elements in the Southwest are calling for conservatism, which negates development of the Southwesterner. It's just all attacks on the Igbo people. This is the point. This is what I'm driving to. This is the reason for my broadcast. And this is the North wants an alliance with the Southeast to make sure that they have a strong opposition against the Southwest. This is my point. The North wants an alliance with the Southeast, and they are doing all they can. This is an academical work. Something like this is going to cement the hearts of Northerners to see Igbos as people that are meant to have an alliance to build Nigeria. The Igbos are being pacified left, right, and center to make sure that they align with the Northerners against the Southwest. When we look at it relatively, Tinubu stands no chance if the East and North joins their hands together, especially if the Southeast joins their hands together and they agree for once with the North. Tinubu stands no chance. Now it's all about compromising so that the APC virus will leave the shores of Nigeria and be banished to bottomless pit of hell. Everybody's so desperate. It's like, let Atiku and Obi come together now. Let this and this come together now. Everybody's so desperate to make sure that they form an alliance to kick out President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But I still maintain my stance that Tinubu is going to spend 8 years. That 8 years. I can be wrong. I'm not perfect. I'm just looking at the charts, I've done my research. I'm making my speculations of what I see. My say is my say. It may make sense to you, but I can be proven wrong, but Tinubu stands a chance to complete his 8 years. And after 8 years, the Yoruba people will have to contend with the rest of Nigeria when it comes to politics in Nigeria. But it will not be immediately after Tinubu leaves office, because Tinubu is building political infrastructures that is going to outlast him for yet another 10 years. Probably the Southwesterners, the masses, ordinary people will be the one that will be suffering, but Tinubu and his political clowns will be the one still benefiting after 8 years of Tinubu, although the Yoruba people will get it woto from the north, because the north want to align with the southeast, which is a start now. People are asking for the transcript of that lecture, so I've come out to make this broadcast that the Igbo man is the bride of Nigeria today. Igbo man are everybody wants to associate with Igbo. But let me tell you one thing. I think it's too late. Like I said, if the Igbo man makes up his mind, if the Igbo man stands and takes a decision, he takes it from his heart. He doesn't take it from his head. That is why they are stubborn. They react so easily emotionally, because they have already had a stand. Most times they are not trying to lay back to understand the situation, but they are reactionary, because an Igbo man from his heart loves, from his heart would defend and fight for you, and from his heart would tell you the truth. So let me tell you the truth now. There is no alliance anywhere, and the alliance is coming too late. All eyes are fixated on a country that has the yellow sun in it. The sun is going to, even if you think that those people that are handling the emancipation of Biafra are dullards. I said it one time ago that all these people you see, these Southeasterners, these governors you see, you think that they are not in support of a Biafra, although they might feel that it is impossible at this point in time to have a Biafra with the construct of the Nigerian political system, judicial system, economic system, how we have been intertwined together. They might feel it is a bit difficult to get Biafra. But when there is a Biafra, you see that the people, the professors, the think tanks, the men that matters in the Southeast will just align with Biafra. So don't just think that some people are not supporting. Low key, Ohaneze is even, everybody is even tired. So not you have destroyed the country over the years. There's no need to just try and pacify Igbos. Igbos understand the kind of games people are playing. We understand the games you are playing. You cannot play us those games. We cannot be pacified by anybody. You people should continue with your one Nigeria and find a way to fix this country and bring fairness, equity, and justice. Then we can think of an alignment. But when it is impossible to bring fairness and justice, and you are coming through the back door to try to play on our intelligence, it is not going to work. Igbos are a very special breed. I told somebody one day, all these people that are saying Fulani herdsmen, it is only Igbos that can stay with any part of Nigeria. For instance, if Igbos go, Yorubas will not want to spend the next 1 month with Fulani and Hausa, to show the hypocritical relationship they have. Igbos and Fulanis are people that will have the guts to stay with every other part of the country. Igbos are willing to share a country with Fulani. We will colonize the Fulani. We will colonize. It is, see, we will subdue and subjugate the Fulani that is terrorizing everybody. It's just that they are using power at the center and their numbers in government to make sure that, and also the support from the Southwest to make sure that they hound the Igbo man. They had to collaborate so that they can suppress the Igbo man. But the Igbos are the only people that can stay with any tribe, that can cohabit with any tribe. Others don't come close. So just know the importance of the Igbo man in Africa should not be over emphasized. We are needed all over the world. We are needed in Africa. We are needed in this current political structure. But we want out.